So I'm going to be talking about something a little different today. It's not going to be Amber or Miss Queen K. It is about 90 Day Fiancé. Honestly, this is the one reality show I'm so passionate about. Like, nobody can tell me anything about this show. It is my show. Especially because I only really like the OGs. Like, I don't really like these new couples that are coming around. It's just kind of like too cringe for me to touch. But this couple is back. Now, if you don't know who this gentleman and lady are, I will be glad to let you know the introduction before we dive deep in the new season. Chaos, honestly. So, background story. The gentleman is named Gino, and Gino is an older man. Gino is a 50-year-old man from Michigan, and he was, I'm pretty sure he was married before. Yes, he was married before. I'm trying to remember the timeline. I should have refreshed myself a little bit, but now that I think about it, he was married before, and stuff happened in his other relationship that they just decided to get a divorce. It was just that time. And so then he decided to online date and met this lovely, lovely woman named Jasmine. Jasmine is 34 from Panama. She's an island girl. Love that for her. And she is fluent in English, but her accent is very thick. So but it is easier to understand her. So it's not as complex of a relationship as some of them on the show. So Gino decided to go see Jasmine in her country and city, Panama. And it was really weird because before he even got to Panama, Gino was talking about how obsessed he is with Jasmine, basically. And it was to an uncomfortable degree. He's like, oh, Jasmine, this Jasmine. Granted, she is a gorgeous, gorgeous woman. So it's duh, you better be obsessed with her. That's your woman. But it was getting a little weird. And honestly, I thought she was fake. It was giving catfish. And then he bought this really big box of Viagra with him, and it was just kind of oh, that was a little weird. And then when he got to Panama and met Jasmine, everything was good. It was a little weird. It was a little awkward, but what do you expect? And then things got a little rocky between them. They had multiple uncomfortable conversations in restaurants.
It has nothing to do
You
with...
have something with the waitress.
No, I'm just nice. They work really hard and they...
I stopped listening to you 5 minutes ago. Do whatever you want.
In their hotel, and it got very rocky, especially when Jasmine learned a couple of things about Juno that were questionable.
But just your money to spend on sugar babies. That's what you do. I just saw the messages.
So Juno was basically talking to his ex-wife still. I guess they were on civil terms. I don't know if they still share properties, important things. I'm not really sure. I don't really remember. But he was still on friendly terms with his ex-wife. Again, still not sure if it was children or property or anything that they had to be involved. I don't know if it was mentioned, but they were talking. And then in a ways to make her jealous, for some reason, Juno thought it was a good idea to Gino thought it was a good idea to send Jasmine's naked pictures that she privately sent to Juno in intimate hours to his ex-wife.
Not only that he betrayed my trust by texting my naked pictures to his ex-girlfriend, but his messages with his ex reveal a part of Gino that I just find disgusting.
And so that caused obviously a commotion in their relationship, and also like on the side, like him just interacting with any woman in Panama, like the waitresses and stuff, kind of like set her off a little bit. And then the icing on the cake was, it was her birthday, I believe, and she was like, oh, like kind of like, where's my gift, where's my blah, blah, this and that, like can't wait to see my gift. And he bought her a toothbrush. I'm starting to think, I don't know if it was her birthday or Valentine's Day or Christmas. It was some type of holiday, because now that I'm thinking about it, I think she gave him a gift and then he gave her a toothbrush. And it was like, are you serious right now? So then she like threw the toothbrush out the hotel that they were at, or the bungalow they were renting.
What did you just throw out the door?
Garbage.
And he went out there digging for this toothbrush, like, I can't believe you did that, like I bought this with my hard-earned money and blah blah blah. The nerve. And then they like fixed things and it was fine. Also, side note, I forgot about this, but Juno has a really weird obsession with hats. I just remembered this looking at the picture of him. He did not take off his hat. He had the same hat on the whole season. And everybody was like, what is the deal with this hat? And then when they were in that altercation, she threw the toothbrush out the door. She also like told him to like, oh, take the effing hat off. Take the effing hat off. Like, why you always got this effing hat on? And like flicked it and it flew off his head.
So take off your damn hat. Those are not.
Well, if you can't talk peacefully, then you can.
Iconic. Okay, that will be the best moment in 90 Day Fiancé history. Period. That was the best, because everybody was like, what does he have, a second face under there? Like, what's going on? And yeah, iconic. And then after that, it was the tell-all, I believe. That's where their story kind of ended for the first season. In the tell-all, it was really weird. It didn't get weird until Jasmine started talking about Juno's meat. It was odd. It was like she was like begging for this man's meat. Honestly, I'm gonna show you.
The last time he came to Panama, he stayed here a month and we only made love once. And now I don't know what to think. Please talk to me, Gino. What's the freaking issue? Basically, for a man, you need to drain your freaking balls one way or the other. I'm not the one draining your balls, who is it? Confess.
This was so... Oh my god, I remember watching this and just... It was so unnecessary to talk about on TV.
I'm vegan, but I want your freaking meat. Give me the meat. I want it.
But the thing is, like, he's like 52, 54. Like, honey, he's like not in his prime. You know what I mean? It's not his time. Okay, yeah, so that was the meat incident at the reunion. And honestly, like, I'm so sad for the new season. I sadly cannot. If I could sit and just watch it with you guys, that would be amazing. But unfortunately, due to copyrights, I can't really put up much without it just getting just taken from me, because TLC just don't tolerate that. So what I can do is I can recap every episode, and just keep everybody updated. I can react to like little clips that they put up on YouTube, but honestly, like, it won't be like crazy clips, like, because again, it just gets cut up and copyrighted. So what I believe I'm gonna do is I'm gonna watch every episode, fill you guys in on what is happening, show you these couples, what's going on in their lives. I'm gonna take notes so I don't forget anything, because I honestly probably will. There's just so much that goes on in these shows. But I wanted to do a little intro to my favorite couple on this season. And I saw they put up a new clip. So I was like, let's watch the new clip. And then I will make update videos about what's going on in this season so far. And then hopefully I can, because I usually put up a bunch of reactions to the reunion. And that's going to be a journey. Okay, so this is the new clip that I saw, I had to react to. And we're going to react to it together and see what is the sneak peek into this season.
I really wanted to cook a goddamn vegan food for you.
Wow, she's already upset. He switched up the hat though. It's now fedora. Usually just wears a plain dad cap. I like the shirt too, a little bit more pizzazz.
Don't raise your voice.
I'm frustrated because you don't listen when I speak. I'm just trying to cook for you, Gino.
I understand that, but I'm not gonna cook without the proper equipment.
Fiddling with your toes. You anxious? My girl is already weeping. We're not even a minute into the clip. Why won't this man just peel a potato for her?
I just don't think that she was understanding me.
Like, explain yourself. This is what I hated with Juno. It's like, he's like, she's not understanding me. And it's like, dude, you said nothing. All you said was you need the right utensils. Like, what do you need? Like, say what you need. Like, what are you trying to do with these potatoes? Like, what, do they not have a peeler? Like, you can use a knife. You can, like, no, you can just split a potato in like 2 or 4, boil it, and then just let it cool down, peel it. I don't know. He's not really vocal. And she's like very emotional, so it's like didn't they match?
At the same time, it hurts me that he's hurt because I don't know how his freaking mind works, and maybe he's suffering, and I feel bad that he got angry.
I mean, I don't know what he's going through either, sis. It's a question all in itself. But it's like, it doesn't make sense, because he's like, he's frustrated, but he won't say why. And then she's crying because he's frustrated and she's frustrated. This was basically like all last season. It was like secrets, like he's not saying what's going on, and like walking around topics with her that she's trying to like ask about. And then she gets all possessive and crazy and emotional because she's confused. She's not getting answers.
Right.
If he's gonna ask why is she crying, I'm gonna flip my wig. I bet you money he's gonna be like, why are you crying? Why do you think I'm crying? I bet you.
You're crying like that.
Because you're mad at me.
How hard was that? How hard was that to communicate? Like, that was the problem with the whole last season. Like, this man does not communicate anything, and she communicates everything. And so it's like frustrating, and it's super frustrating to watch, especially when you have like the two interviews, and it's like, I don't know why she's upset, and then she's like, I'm so upset because blah blah blah. Almost like you want to just jump through the TV and be like, hey, dummy. Like, but yeah, that is frustrating. Especially like her breaking down like this. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, come on. I can't wait for this season. I'm literally gonna sit there, binge watch it, and tell you guys all about it. Because if this is what's going on and she's getting emotional over a potato, there's something else going on. I bet you money. I may be wrong, but I also heard, like, through the grapevine, the gossip vines, that she's doing OnlyFans now. It was either her or I'm mixing her up with another girl from her season. I'm pretty sure she's doing OnlyFans though, because something happened. She was a teacher, but then something happened with this, like, her being on this show that got her like fired, or she had to resign or something like that. I could be getting this wrong. So please don't take my word verbatim. I'm literally going off like 3-year-old news. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that she had a teaching job. But then her season was so controversial. She said a lot of inappropriate things, as you could see in the tell-all. So I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if she got like leave with suspension with a pay or something like that. But then ultimately she wasn't making enough money at her teaching job to begin with. So yeah, she either took up like OnlyFans or like nude modeling. It was something like that. Which I vividly remember that, because I was like, well, that's kind of ironic since she got all upset about the intimate photos, but like that's a whole different situation. So it's like, it doesn't even matter, because, you know, that wasn't her permission, this is. But that's how it stuck in my head. I was like, that's kind of interesting. So yeah, I can't wait for the goofs, gaffs, and drama this brings. If there's any other like interesting couples, I will definitely pull up the information and let you guys know about them. There's also other couples that I really, really like and have a lot of opinions on. I might just do like a recap, like history, 90 Day Fiancé. But a lot of the couples I kind of just skip over because it's like boring. But I know most of the lore of like the more exciting stories. I don't really care about the ones that ultimately are like sweet and work out. Like, I love, but I'm not really focused on that. Like, obviously I want the tea, I want the drama. So yeah, this is the beginning of my 90 Day Fiancé reactor, recapper, Porter era. Honestly, I hope you guys like it because I'm obsessed with this show. I need somebody to talk to about it. Nobody I associate with watches this show. So I need this. Please.